Hey guys, it's Sarah from Sleepopolis, and today I'll be taking you through my top pillow picks for stomach sleepers. Now, I'm going to tell you a bit about what makes for a good stomach sleeping pillow, as well as highlight some of the special features that each of these has to offer. Oh, and if you're not sure you're sleeping on the right mattress, let alone the right pillow, just Google Sleepopolis best mattresses, and we'll put you on the right track. All right, let's get started. So when it comes to stomach sleeping, everybody is different, so different sleepers are gonna like different sorts of pillows. However, there are some guidelines to follow when it comes to sleeping in the prone position. You're gonna wanna find a pillow with lower loft or shorter height. This is gonna sort of serve to keep your head, neck, and spine all in neutral alignment so that your neck isn't being craned or elevated in an uncomfortable way. As far as the feel goes, you want to kind of look for something a little bit on the softer side, though there are some exceptions when it comes to soft versus firm, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But the main thing to remember is you want to focus on a lower loft pillow. All right, now with that in mind, let's start with Pillow Guy. So Pillow Guy makes two down alternative pillows, one for back and side sleepers, which has a higher loft, and one for stomach sleepers, which has a lower loft. Now, as you can see right off the bat, the fill is obviously very malleable, very shapeable. It sort of just drapes right over my arm. And this shapeability and sort of squishability is going to be great for stomach sleepers because, first of all, the loft is easily compressed to be literally smaller than an inch high, which is great. It's going to keep everything in healthy alignment, help you keep a good posture throughout the course of the night. But also, the fluffy down alternative inside allows you to sort of shape it, squish it, really sort of adjust the shape in order to kind of create the loft of your liking so that if you are looking for sort of a firmer feel on this side, you can bunch it up in this way that really sort of personalizes the feel of this. So no matter what, it's always going to be compressible enough to keep your posture healthy, but because of its shapeability, you kind of have some room to play around. All right, let's see what's next. All right, so similar to Pillow Guy, Nola also makes two pillows. One, which is called the Air Foam, which is for back and side sleepers. And like I said, it's gonna be a little bit more firmly supportive. And then one, which is called the Air Fiber, which is this guy right here, which as you can see, it's got much lower loft, much more of sort of a soft, squishy feel inside. And again, it's offering you that good shapeability that's great for prone sleepers. And you can sort of fold it, sort of compress the loft down so it's as low as you like, but it's also very fluffable. So if you are finding that you like a little bit more of a loft and you're feeling like it's not craning or elevating your head and neck, you should feel free to fluff it and play around with it. But at the end of the day, it's really important to have a loft that is compressible enough so that it's going to keep your posture healthy, and this Nola Air Fiber definitely does that. All right, then we've got the purple pillow. So right off the bat, you're probably thinking, that doesn't really look like the pillows I just saw. It's 10 pounds. It's got a firmer density to it, a firmer level of support. So why am I picking it for stomach sleeping? Well, as you can see, the profile is actually pretty short. It does have a low enough loft so that when you're, like I said, sleeping on your stomach, your head and your neck are not elevated or craned in an uncomfortable way. You're going to hear me repeat that a few times because that really is the most important thing to keep in mind when you're picking a pillow for stomach sleeping. So that's checked off, but also because this is a heavy, really durable, it's made from hyperelastic polymer, it's a heavy, durable pillow, it's not going to go anywhere throughout the course of the night. So if you're a stomach sleeper who sort of shifts, tosses and turns, this pillow is going to stay put. It's going to be stationary, and it does really support you. This the company calls it a comfort grid system. So it's designed to conform to your head and neck, sort of giving you that support on both sides without losing shape anywhere else in the pillow. So even though it might look a little unconventional, it is going to support you in the prone position all night. All right, so here we've got the Casper pillow. Now the Casper is an all-position pillow. So if you are a stomach sleeper that occasionally rolls onto your side or maybe onto your back, this is definitely going to support you in every position. The reason I like it for stomach sleeping is because, firstly, it is filled with low friction silky fibers, which, as you can see, it's got a really fluffable quality to it. It's shapeable, foldable, and it's compressible enough, like I said, that it's going to offer you that softer level of support so that the weight of your head can sort of compress the loft enough so that it's not too tall and throwing your posture out of alignment. But the special thing is that because this has a dual layer design, if you do find this to be too lofty, just take out the middle insert and sleep on that. It's still got those nice low friction silky fibers inside here that's going to offer you that nice fluffy support, but without the gusseted outer pillow, the loft, as you can see, is considerably lower. So if you prefer a lower loft, you totally can. All right, so with the avocado green pillow, again, we're looking at a lower loft, a soft medium level of firmness. So again, that criteria has been met. But some things I think are special about this pillow is that, number one, they're made from all natural organic materials, which I think is particularly important for the prone position. Why? Because when you're on your stomach, you've got your face sort of mushed right into the material. So if you're like me and kind of like to push your face all into the material, it's kind of comforting to know that it's, you know, organic, all natural, hypoallergenic material that's not going to irritate your skin in any way. Additionally, this pillow is adjustable. So if you are finding the loft to be a little too high, you can just reach in, take as much out as you want, you know, there's no limit to that, and sort of personalize the loft according to really what best meets the needs of your body when you're sleeping. So, you know, when you're searching for a stomach sleeper pillow, not a bad idea to kind of prioritize adjustable. That way it does really allow you to sort of customize the loft to your liking. So when it comes to my pillow, and I mean the brand My Pillow, this is not my personal pillow. When it comes to My Pillow, there are 4 fill levels, starting from yellow, then white, green, all the way up to blue. Here I've got the white level of fill, which is going to be sort of much lower loft and much softer firmness. So for folks who are really looking for a very soft pillow, this is going to be it. It's not firmly supportive at all, and as you can see, you can really sort of shape the inside, and because it's a shredded polyfoam that's inside here, you can actually sort of distribute the fill within the cover so that you can maybe make the loft lower on one side, maybe bunch it so it's a little bit higher on the other side. So this sort of really allows you, again, to customize the loft a little bit. It's not adjustable, but it's a nice perk to be able to sort of distribute the fill within the cover. But as usual, the most important thing is that it's compressible, shapeable, and has low enough loft that it's not going to elevate your head and neck out of neutral alignment with your spine. So those are my 6 top pillow picks for stomach sleepers, although there are 2 honorable mentions I'd like to bring to the table because they do offer something special for certain kinds of sleepers. Firstly, I've got the Lysa Pillow. I chose the Lysa Pillow because it does have a low enough loft, so like I said, it's not going to throw your posture out of healthy alignment. And it also has a very bouncy, quick response to pressure, so you know it's going to do a good job of maintaining its shape throughout the course of the night. The reason it didn't make my top picks is because that same bouncy, quick response to pressure that the Avena-like foam inside provides actually makes it sort of uncomfortable if you're sleeping with your head directly in the middle of the pillow. If you've got your face sort of directly in the middle of the pillow, the sides sort of puff up around your nose and mouth that, to me, sort of obstruct my breathing a little bit, so that's not good. However, once you make your face sort of closer to the edges of the pillow, you've got a very supportive, soft, sort of bouncy feel and support that, in my opinion, is very comfortable. So, didn't make the top picks because if you're resting in the center, not so great, but the edges are really good for prone sleeping. So my second honorable mention, I chose the memory foam pillow from Tomorrow Sleep. Now, it didn't make my top picks because it's not really very shapeable, it's not adjustable, and it does have a bit of a firmer feel than what personally I find to be ideal for stomach sleeping. However, as you can see, it does actually have a pretty low loft. It's really got a low profile, so like I said, it's going to do a good job of keeping your spine in alignment, but also it does have a really nice sort of body conforming memory foam. So if you do like that nice deep sink into memory foam, but you're also a stomach sleeper, it can sometimes be tough to reconcile those two things. But I think this particular pillow does a really good job with that. Well, there you have it. Those are my top pillow picks for stomach sleeping. I hope you found this review to be helpful, but if you want to know all the details about these pillows, you just check out my full written review, which you can find by Googling Sleepopolis Best Stomach Sleeper Pillow. Oh, and don't forget to check us out on social media, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn. We're always uploading content with one thing in mind, to get you some better sleep. Of course, if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below, and we'd be happy to help. Well, that's all for this review. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.